And we're back with MLR. This is our first game of the season. Major League Risk is hopefully going to be the premier league of Risk that the community has to offer. We have 8 teams. 6 of them will be competing today. My name is Gary the Bear. I am the owner, creator, and commissioner of this league. With me today, I have Not Young Me and Eric. Not Young Me, if you want to go over some of the owners and the teams real quick, that'd be great.
Eric, I'll let you take the owners because I just lost that stream. I'll go over the settings if you want to do owners.
Give me a second.
All right. While he's pulling that up. Yeah, while he's pulling that up. So I've got for the week 1 settings here, and you can see we're already on round 2. We had a little bit of technical issues. We've got 70% prog, stable portals, blizzards on, fogs on, balanced blitz, and obviously since this is week 1, we're going back to the classic map.
Yep. This week we've got our first 6 teams: the Owls, the Orcas, the Wolves, the Tigers, the Space Pups, and the Ducks. Each of them. So the Owls are purple, being represented by Van Agrawal. The Orcas are white, being represented by Arco. The Wolves are blue, being represented by Zerky. The Tigers are orange. They're being represented by Kubli this week. And the pink is the Space Pups. They're being represented by Crackle 69 this week. And Ducks are green. They're being represented by Marin.
Awesome. Well, thank you for that. And as you can tell, the colors of the teams line up with them, so hopefully we can follow them around. While I was getting the technical issues out of the way, what did I miss as we started off, boys? I see these blizzards in the bottom right-hand corner and in Africa. That's some pretty interesting blizzards we got going on.
Yeah, yep. Essentially a 1-point hold in Africa, and you can see that Van is trying to establish a position there, especially on the portal, which is key. But looks like Marin is blocking that for the green team.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like he wants to let him have that.
No.
Well, there's also Zerky's in there.
Okay.
And behind Marin is Kubli. He's got a really good position. So if anybody wants to go for a kill on him, they're gonna struggle.
Wow.
Zerky's just strengthening in that position in Africa as well.
Now, one of the fun things about Major League Risk, it's only a win-loss record. There's no point systems or anything like that. But you do get 2 points if you have a perfect game, and that does count for 70% games as well. So if somebody can get all the bounties and the 70%, all the bounties that occurred during the game and the 70%, they would get 2 wins, which when you're only working with 12 weeks, 2 wins is quite a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit easier to get those wins or to get that perfect game in 70% than it would be in a full world dom, I think, at least.
Yeah, I am noticing that another nice thing about that portal, the addition of Siam in the Australia position,
mm-hmm.
It means that that's 12% of the map that is being held up by
from a single point.
Yeah, so that's gonna make it tough for anybody to run the 70.
Because you're gonna have to get in there. You have no real. I mean, obviously there is 70% outside of there, but you have to control almost the entire board, other than that Australian Siam area there.
Yeah, the most important
Go ahead.
The most important portals are that Australia portal, and the South America portal is also important because that's there's a 1-point hold, and there's such a long gap to get into South America that's also going to be tough to get into for getting the 70%.
Yeah, wow. Usually these games, in my practice, these games have gone quite quickly, but I don't know with these portals and this Blizzard setup if this is going to be the quickest game.
Yeah, it's either going to go quickly because somebody's going to fail a kill, or it's going to take a while because nobody's going to try and go for it.
Right, and these are all very experienced. Most of these are GMs, so no one's going to overextend because they know that is just going to open up the board and allow the next person just to sweep this. So I think we're going to be in for the long haul here, and no one has a bonus as well that we can see. And I think South America isn't claimed yet, so I don't I wonder if we're going to see a card skip here from Zerky on the next turn.
I'm also finding it interesting that I don't see what's in Alaska, but I don't think that there's anybody blocking the way into North America.
There is. The space pups have a 6 up there in Alaska, so it is decently blocked off there.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, so if you're wondering, so Eric is actually following a different streamer, so we can have a couple different points of view.
I'm hopping between 3 different streams. Does somebody have Middle East?
So Eric, can you see what's going on in South America?
Yeah, there's actually nothing going on in South America. People are holding 6s in the bottom of that continent, with the 4 van being the weakest point at the top. Nobody's taking that bonus anytime soon.
So they're kind of just all keeping a stack in there, not doing anything with it.
Yep, making sure nobody can take that. I think Cubley's in the most protected position, but unfortunately for him, the person who's protecting him is Marin.
Gotcha.
He's protecting him in Australia, and he's protecting him in South America. So, and also his positions in Africa are being seen by Cubley. I mean, it's being seen by Marin. So, yeah, Cubley is in both a good position and a bad position. What would be a good idea for Arco to do is for him to move his 6 off Madagascar up into East Africa, just to protect Cubley a bit. Nobody's going for a kill yet, but that's a thing that will come later in the game. Taking a kill, especially.
So Arco has another position. The Orcas, that is the white player, has another position in Madagascar. You said a 6.
Yes.
He is relatively well spread out, kind of poised for a 70% there. Not anytime soon, but set up for it when he needs it. He can run his 8 down through North America, his 7 over through the Asian continent, and then he has a 6 already in Madagascar.
Yep. They do need to watch out though, if Marin, because since Marin goes right before Cubley is the person Marin would want to kill. And if he's lined up for that, he could kill him set in again, and that's how he'd run the 70.
Gotcha. Now Zerky doesn't have terrible lines on Marin here. He's matching him. Yeah, he's matching him down in Australia there. He's got a 6 next to his 4 up in the top of Asia, a 5 next to his 5. That's a good point. Yeah, the Wolves, they're set up quite nicely with the person directly after them, the Ducks there, to make a move if the time is right and the cards are right.
And again, for those watching, the streamers cannot hear us. We have them muted and they have us muted. So even though we're saying positions for other players that they can't see, they can't hear it.
Yeah, when Marin brought his 6 out, that was a good thing as well, because Africa is another 10% of the map, and now Cubley and Marin are blocking that off with a 2-point hold.
Yeah, I have a feeling that this game might last for a minute. Which, just so everybody is on the same page, we started at 3:04, I believe. So that 90-minute timer will run from 3:04 onward. With MLR, we have a hard cap at 90 minutes per game, so that everybody can still enjoy their day after Risk.
Now,
this isn't progressive caps where we're doing 6-hour matches here.
Yeah. What Marin has to think about now is, does he combine his 5 and his 6? He could easily go through Ukraine and then have a bigger stack for running a kill or the 70 later. But by doing so, he essentially is going to give up information in Europe, because somebody will undoubtedly take Central Europe, blocking his vision of 3 more territories.
So Eric, we're over here watching Zerky stream. I'm assuming you're meaning the 5 that he currently has in Central Europe. Where is the 6 that you're mentioning? We don't have sight of that. In Italy.
Middle East.
Middle East. Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay. So you're saying just hop up 1 right into Ukraine and combine them into Ukraine, so that you have a couple different exit points there.
No. Bringing him down to Middle East.
Gotcha.
If he and Cubley block that off, then nobody can run into Africa and get those 5 territories.
Understood.
Yeah, I just don't see a clear advantage here. Obviously, we can see most of Zeraki's just commentating on his stuff, right? He's got most of his troops pretty much out of the way, right? He's not going to be if someone needs to run through. He's got his troops pretty much off to the side, with the exception of that 3. But I think he just did a little bit of exploring just to see what's going on.
Yeah. I don't see Zeraki in a really good position because he's so blocked off. Obviously, he's in one of the more blocked off continents, being Australia. But the fact is, those troops are essentially locked. They can't help him run the 70. There's just nowhere for it to go.
I think what he's hoping for with his troop setups, from my point of view, what I would see is that he's kind of waiting to make the second move. He knows that he's locked in with where his troops are at. Former number 1 overall in the world. He knows that he's locked in right now. So he's kind of poisoning himself that as soon as somebody else strikes, that he can follow up. And being in the first position, having the biggest trade right in front of you, probably isn't a bad strategy. In that second trading cycle, I mean. But it requires someone else making a move before you, which is never a fun location to be in the game of Risk.
Yep. You do have to bet on if they have a set on 3 or not.
Yeah.
Especially if you're going to make the run in the last position. It could work out, but the fact that there are 6 people, there are 5 other people, the chances of one of them having a set on 3 to follow up your run is going to be extremely likely.
So I don't think that we see the Orcas make a run here. I have a feeling Arco's gonna kind of sit back and with his silent play style, he typically likes to sit back and wait. So I think we're gonna see another trade on 5 here, and just maybe does a couple exploring attacks. But my guess is just an attack and pass here for Marco.
Yeah, this board is just too choked up right now for anyone to do any major exploring, right? I think it's going to be the 3rd or 4th trade-ins until we see some real.
Yeah, I don't think Arco is down there in South America, so he may take a couple attacks down and run into that 7 or that 6.
No, he's got a large stack in South America.
Oh, he is in South America. Wow.
Yeah, the 4th people that are in South America is Marin is in Peru. Cubley is in the bottom. I believe it's Argentina. Arco is in Brazil, and Van is in the top of the bonus.
So we have the ducks, the tigers, the orcas, and the owls all in one continent that's severely blocked off at the moment. And do they each have pretty large stacks in there?
I know that Marin, Cubley, and Arco do. Van's only got a 6 in there.
Wow.
Easily sized, but not at all compared to the other. Anybody else would have a 100% roll in this 6.
Yeah. Okay, so Zeraki there combining his stacks into North America. Makes sense. He already has a stack there in South Europe or in Southern Europe, combining those stacks. I like that move.
So Arco did do his 1 attack and pass, but he did a very impactful attack. He moved his stack
from Madagascar.
Yeah, he moved it up into Eastern Africa, which is kill-guarding Cubley. And it's also blocking off a lot of the map. Yeah,
fantastic move there. Yeah, taking 4 territories basically with a single attack there, or at least blocking off 4 territories from the 70% with one attack.
What is unfortunate is he's not going to get a +2 there, but it'll be fine. Interesting. Van just attacked into. He's just getting some information. and he wants into Africa. Just putting a 3 at Arco's 13.
Gotcha. So I'm guessing that there was just a 1 on that portal in Africa. Oh, I'm sorry. That was South America. Sorry. So he came down in.
No, there was a 1 in the portal in Southern Europe. So he went
Gotcha.
there and then went to Middle East.
Yeah, then he went down 1, and now we're going to see the space pups follow that up. Crackle from the space pups probably taking the same look that.
Yeah, just doing a little exploring. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, everybody getting a bit of information. It's always in fog. It's always good to get information when you can get it.
Absolutely.
That's probably going to get blocked. Somebody tells me that portal is going to get blocked off after this turn. What's going to be interesting is who has to set on 4, because if you're holding 5 cards, usually that you become targeted. There are a few players who could potentially risk holding on to 5 cards, that being Cubley, being one of them, but it's still risky.
Yeah, I mean, Zareki still has decent lines. If he sets here on 4, he could possibly get Marin. Or Marin's in South America as well, correct?
No, Marin is to South. Marin's in South America, but he's on the portal, and Zareki only has to hit a 1 in order to access that.
To find that out,
so Zareki didn't have a set on 4.
That could be bad news for the Wolves here. That could be a deadly combination.
Yeah, it could be everybody goes.
He's got 43 troops. He's got to assume everyone else is right around that. If he tries to go for a kill, right, he's only gets 40 for a 20 trade.
So do we see the Tigers here go for a kill since Marin and Zareki are both sitting on 5 cards?
I mean, he is pretty much lined up for it. He has let me see where Zareki is. I don't think
I think he would have a hard time getting to him in North America.
Yeah, he definitely would. I don't see a way for the Tigers to get in there. The easiest way would have been, I mean, if he was going to do it, he'd have to go through Van 7 in Northern Europe. But he doesn't go for it. I think that was more of just a protection idea.
Yeah, a stay alive kind of move.
Yeah. Though I don't really see who would kill him, considering that, I guess Marin could have traded, but then he would have to go through Arcos 13, which would be possible, but it probably wouldn't be worth it.
See, now this is interesting. Just adding a little bit of fog, and people are sitting on 5 cards. I would not have expected this.
Yeah, that's actually very risky for Van because he's one of the most open players.
He's going to have at least 2 more trades before he goes again, and
it's a heavy risk play. It could be worth it because
Arco could theoretically get him here quite easily.
Yeah, because he's already in North America. How does Arco get into Europe? Is there just one?
See, I would come off my 13 there in Africa and cut up through because I think it's 1s all the way up to his 8.
No, there's he'd have to go through a 6, but he probably could get it. But also he's having to bring in troops from North America to hit his position in Australia. It just
very conservative play.
Nobody dies on 5 cards.
Yeah, he had 5 of the 6 players on 5 cards.
And it looks like Zareki's going defensive here as well. He's spreading out, thinning out. He's not going anywhere real strong.
Well, now we have to think about does Marin go for the kill? Marin is pretty well lined up for getting the kill on Van, considering it's all 1s over to his Asia position. He already's lined up on the portal. Well, he's already in Australia.
Yeah.
He's got the 8, and North America, he just goes through the 7 there's a 7 in South America, and then
Zareki just showed us his cards, and he does have a backup set here as well on 3. So that can get quite interesting here in just a moment.
But no, looks like Marin's going for a defensive play. Obviously, we have more information from the players too. So we know they might not know if they can risk going for a kill.
Yeah, incredibly conservative play. Incredibly conservative.
Lines on the Tigers, orange. Because sitting on 3.
No, because
Yes, he went to-
Zerky would have to go into South America, and he would also have to go through Marin 17 in Australia.
Wait, are the Tigers there in Siam?
Yes, the Tigers are
Oh,
the players.
wow. They are buried in the deep, dark corner.
Yeah, they're really well defended. As long as everybody else surrounding them it's mostly Marin, keeps it up, then they should be in for the long game. The only players who can really kill him is Marin.
Oh, wow. Going for the kill on
Dan's
Arco.
going for something. Oh,
Going for Arco here.
Yeah, but he failed it. He tried South America and failed in South America, so...
Oh, wow.
I don't know.
That leaves the Space Pups, Crackle from the Space Pups here in a pretty good position.
As long as he knows where he is. Nobody's seen Arco in South America except for the players in South America.
See, now here, I think...
Failed it?
Yeah, he just failed it.
What was the roll?
I'm not sure, but it was... I believe it was an 18v16 at best.
So he was going for a really tight kill there, hoping to get the 70% right after. I mean, it left him at 30% of the board. If he would have had a 40 trade to follow that up, he may have been able to get it.
Yeah, he definitely could. He definitely would have.
Crackle thinking long and hard here, whether he wants to risk it, now that he knows it's a little bit opened up.
Yeah. Crackle is in South America. No, Crackle...
So
Crackle's going... No, Crackle just wasted his troops.
Is he going for Arco?
Yeah, he's going for the kill on Arco.
Yeah, but he just messed up. He didn't get the position in South America. No, he's missing the 2 in South America. He went up and put all of his troops up.
Wow.
South America. Arco gets his trade in.
Wow.
Arco gets his trade and survives. That's incredible.
But Arco is also in a position where if Van is weak, he could go for the kill on Van.
Yeah, and as we were talking about, Zerky does have that follow-up trade on 3, should he determine he wants to use that here. The board's quite a bit more open now.
Yeah. Arco usually records his perspective. I'll be interested in watching that later to see what it was like in this position.
Yeah, I can't imagine that he was too happy with the way that played out.
No, definitely not.
I think he's going for Van here. I think he is.
I think so too. I see him popping up in America.
Now he has that 8 up there in the top of Europe in Scandinavia.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's going to be able to get to it. Oh, no.
Oh, no. Well, he had to go for something. He had to try and recover. Now, what does Zerky do?
I think Zerky kills Van here, right?
Oh, yeah, Zerky has a set, yeah.
I don't even think he does set. I think he just kills Van here and then sets after.
He does set anyway. You always want to make it guaranteed.
That makes sense.
But him killing Van doesn't set him in again. But
he can't kill anybody and set in here.
Oh, he couldn't kill Van. Van's got that 21.
Oh, wow.
Oh, he's going for Cubley. Oh, he's just going for the 70. He could still kill Cubley. If he hits the 16 and then goes into... Oh, he misses the 16. He doesn't get it. He always has it, but he doesn't get it. He messed it up. He's a suicide.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no.
If he had just killed Cubley, he would have had it.
So does Marin have a trade on 3 here and get this? Or does he just go for it either way?
He just goes for it anyway because Zerky's suicide.
Yeah, but Zerky locked him in with a 12 in Australia, so he has a massive stack that can't be used. With that 16 available, not locked behind Zerky's 12, he may have it.
Yeah,
maybe.
He can't use the 16 unless he rolls through a 28.
No, he's just making a bunch of attacks. He's not actually going for it.
See, I think maybe he should have sat back there and hope maybe nobody else.
Oh, now he's got the set. Now he should have it.
Wow, I missed that. I missed that kill on Van. Wow. That's why Marin is Marin and I am Gary the Bear.
All right, now he could kill Cubley because Cubley's only right there. with that 11. I think Marin's definitely got it, and this is going to be a perfect game.
This is going to be a perfect game.
Oh, right! Arco couldn't kill Cubley because nobody could kill Cubley because he was hiding back there in Siam. I'm going to switch to Marin's perspective because winner's perspective.
Wow.
Yeah, this and he trades in. It's over. So
Yeah, I mean, needs 2 more attacks to win it all.
Yeah, but he could just kill Arco. Another bounty.
Yeah, he would get the 77. Oh, yeah, this is only
Kills Arco. I mean that's he definitely gets the two wins here for that.
Yeah. So the Ducks are going to come in really well after week 1.
Wow, fantastic game. Any final thoughts from you boys?
It really came down to a whole bunch of people failing kills.
And that's the beauty. That's the beauty of fog and 70%, right? It's like, okay, you fail a kill, and you know that it's pretty much over for you, and you just got to hope that that's the person before you that fails it, and you can run with it. But we saw in this case, we saw multiple people fail.
And I mean, this is
Marin was able to take advantage.
This is top high level play here, and as we saw in that second trading cycle, everybody setting up defensively, and in that third trading cycle, everybody trying to get kills after everybody set up defensively. What a great game! I can't be more happy with how the first week of MLR goes. Maybe next time we can get those technical difficulties sorted out before anything else happens.
Yep.
Well, thank you, boys. I appreciate you commentating with me, and we will be back next week at this time to play another round. Thank you much.
Great.
Looking forward.